If your foot or heel hurts when you first stand up in the morning, and especially during those first few steps, I want you to do one thing tonight. Place a towel on your nightstand, a simple hand towel, right next to your bed. I know that sounds strange. What does a towel have to do with foot pain? I will show you exactly why in this video. And by the end, you will have a complete morning routine that takes about 7 minutes and can start making a difference as early as tomorrow. But first, we need to test something. And this is where it gets interesting. I'm not going to ask you to press on your heel and tell me if it hurts. You already know it hurts. That is why you are watching this video. Instead, I want you to try something that might surprise you. Stand up and face a wall. Place your toes about 5 inches, that is roughly 12 centimeters from the wall. Now, keeping your heel flat on the ground, try to touch your knee to the wall. If your knee touches the wall easily, great. If it doesn't, if your heel lifts off the ground or you just can't reach, your calf muscles are too tight. And this is what over 80% of people with morning foot pain have in common: tight calves. Research shows that for every single degree of ankle flexibility you lose, your risk of plantar fasciitis goes up by almost 15%. But why would a tight calf make your foot hurt? Because your calf muscle connects to your heel bone through the Achilles tendon. And your plantar fascia, that thick band on the bottom of your foot that is causing all this pain, attaches to the same heel bone on the other side. When your calf pulls up, the fascia gets stretched down. Every single step, your foot is caught in the middle of a tug of war that it cannot win. So if you have been stretching your foot and rolling it on a ball and nothing is changing, this is probably why. You have been treating the rope that is being pulled instead of the muscle that is pulling it. Now, if your knee did touch the wall, don't go anywhere. Flexibility and tissue quality are not the same thing. Even with good range of motion, your calves can be full of hidden muscle knots, tiny hard spots that keep constant tension on that chain. In exercise 3, I will show you exactly how to find them. Stay with me. All right, so here is how your morning is going to look from now on. Tomorrow, when you wake up, before you put a single foot on the floor, reach over to your nightstand and grab that towel, and let's begin. Exercise 1, the towel stretch. Sit up in bed with your legs out in front of you. Loop the towel around the ball of one foot, holding one end in each hand. Now gently pull the towel toward you, bringing your toes back toward your shin. Keep your knee straight or just slightly bent. You should feel a gentle stretch along the bottom of your foot and up into the back of your lower leg. Hold that for 30 seconds, not 20, not 10, a full 30 seconds. Then switch to the other foot and do the same thing. If one foot is more painful, do that side twice. Here is why this matters so much. By pulling your toes back before you stand, you are gently lengthening that stiff plantar fascia while there is zero weight on it. No body weight, no impact, no micro tears. You are waking the tissue up instead of shocking it. This is honestly the single most important thing you can do for morning heel pain, and it takes less than a minute. One thing to watch out for: don't pull too hard. This is not a wrestling match with your foot. Pull gently until you feel a firm stretch, not pain. If it hurts, ease off. The stretch should feel like relief, not punishment. Exercise 2, toe scrunches. Good. Now right after that stretch, keep the towel in your hands. We are not done with it yet, and notice something: you still have not taken a single step out of bed. That is exactly the point. Every minute we spend preparing your foot before that first step is a minute less of pain. Sit on the edge of your bed now and lay that same towel flat on the floor in front of you. Place both bare feet on top of the towel. Now, using only your toes, both feet at the same time, try to scrunch the towel toward you. Grip it with your toes, pull it in, release, grip again, pull again. Like you are trying to crumple up the towel using nothing but your feet. Do this for about 2 minutes. You will feel the small muscles on the bottom of your feet start to wake up and work. These are the intrinsic foot muscles. And my friends and most people over 60, they are weak and underused. We spend decades in shoes that do all the work for us, and these little muscles quietly fall asleep. Strengthening them helps support your arch from underneath, taking pressure off the plantar fascia. If the towel slides around too much on a hard floor, that is fine. You can skip the towel for this one and just curl your toes against the floor as if you are trying to pick up a marble. Same muscles, same benefit. All right, now put the towel back on your nightstand. It will be waiting for you tomorrow morning. You have stretched your fascia, you have activated your foot muscles, and you still have not taken a single step. Now I can already feel what you are thinking. You want to stand up. You want to test it. You want to know if it is going to hurt less than yesterday. And I understand that. But my friends, don't rush. Not yet. Let's do one more thing while we are still sitting. And this time, we are not working on the foot. We are going after the real troublemaker, the calf. Exercise 3, calf self-massage. Trigger point release. Stay right where you are, sitting on the edge of the bed. Now bring one ankle up and rest it on the opposite knee. If that position is uncomfortable for your hip or knee, no problem. Just keep your foot on the floor and lean forward to reach your calf. Take both thumbs and press them firmly into your calf muscle. Start with the outer side, about halfway between your knee and your ankle. Press in and hold. And here is the important part. You are not just rubbing or massaging in circles, you are searching. Slowly move your thumbs across the muscle, pressing firmly, feeling for tender spots. Spots that feel like a small, hard marble hiding under the skin. Spots that make you go ouch when you press on them. Those, my friends, are muscle knots, and almost everyone with morning foot pain has them, whether they know it or not. Remember what we talked about earlier. These knots are what keep your calf tight and short, even if you stretch. They are the ones pulling on that chain all the way down to your foot. When you find a tender spot, just hold your thumbs there. Don't rub, don't dig around, just steady pressure for about 20 seconds. You will feel the muscle start to soften and let go under your thumbs. It is a subtle thing, but you will feel it. There will usually be several sore spots close together, especially on the outer half of the calf. Pay extra attention to that area because the outer calf connects to the part of the Achilles tendon that pulls most directly on the plantar fascia. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, my thumbs are going to get tired. And yes, they might. Here is a trick that works beautifully. Cross your legs so the bony edge of your opposite knee presses right into the calf muscle. Now just lean in and let gravity do the work. Same pressure, same effect, no thumb fatigue. You can even gently rock your leg back and forth to search for tender spots this way. Spend about 2 to 3 minutes on each calf. Don't rush this one. The key areas are the outer calf, the middle, and down toward the Achilles tendon. You will be amazed how much looser your ankle feels after just one session. Some people tell me they notice a difference the very first morning. All right, you have stretched your plantar fascia. You have woken up the muscles in your feet. You have released the tension and the knots in your calves. Your foot is as prepared as it can possibly be. So can we stand up now? Let's try it. How does it feel? Is there a difference from yesterday? If your heel feels even a little less sharp, a little less angry when it hits the floor, that is your body telling you that you are on the right track. Even a small change is a real change. And if it still hurts the same, please do not be discouraged. I mean that. Some feet need a few days of this routine before the tissue begins to respond. Years of tightness don't unravel in one morning, but you are doing exactly the right thing. And every morning you do this, you are one step closer, literally. Now, before you brush your teeth, before you pour your coffee, before you start your day, I want you to do one final thing. Walk over to a wall or your kitchen counter or any stable surface you can lean on. We are going to do one stretch, just one. But it is a very specific kind of stretch, and most people have never seen it done this way. Here is the thing. A normal calf stretch, the one where you step forward into a lunge and keep the back heel on the floor, actually pushes the arch of your back foot down and puts more strain on your plantar fascia. So the very stretch that is supposed to help, it can actually make things worse. I know it seems unfair, but there is a smarter way. Stand facing the wall about an arm and a half length away. Place your hands on the wall for support. Now keep one foot where it is, heel pressed firmly into the floor. This is the leg you are stretching. Now take your other foot and step it forward toward the wall, but not straight. Step it diagonally across your body in one smooth motion. So if you are stretching your right calf, your left foot goes forward and to the right, cross step like your front leg is crossing over in front of the back one. Bend that front knee and lean gently toward the wall. You will feel the stretch running through the outer part of your back calf and into the ankle. But here is what you will not feel, that painful pull under your foot, because that small change in the angle of your front foot shifts the direction of the stretch just enough to take the load off the plantar fascia completely. And here's the beautiful part. Because you just spent 2 minutes releasing those knots in your calf, the muscle is warm and soft right now. So this stretch is going to be more effective than if you did it cold. The massage and the stretch work together. That is why the order matters. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Switch legs. One stretch per side is all you need. This is not a workout. This is a smart, targeted tune-up for a body part that is about to carry you through the entire day. And that is it. Your morning is yours now. Let's take a step back and look at what you just did, because I want you to see how beautifully simple this is. You woke up. You grabbed the towel from your nightstand. You stretched your plantar fascia gently while still lying in bed. You sat on the edge of the bed and activated your foot muscles with toe scrunches, still using that same towel. Then you did a 2-minute self-massage on your calves, finding and releasing those hidden knots. You stood up, and you did one smart calf stretch by the wall, right before brushing your teeth. 7 minutes, no equipment except a towel, and your day has barely started, but you have already done something truly important for your health. Now, I want to be completely honest with you. This morning routine is powerful. It can take the edge off your pain starting today, maybe even this week. But if you want the pain to leave and never come back, the morning routine alone is not enough. You need to change 3 small things during your day. And I want to be clear, these are not exercises. These are tiny habits, things you slip into what you are already doing. You won't even notice them after a week. Habit 1. One leg stand while brushing teeth. This one is my favorite because it costs you exactly 0 extra minutes. When you brush your teeth in the morning, just stand on one foot. Lift the other foot slightly off the floor and balance. Switch feet halfway through. That is it. That is the whole thing. Now, you might think this is a foot exercise. It is not. The muscle that is working hardest right now is up here on the side of your hip. It is called the gluteus medius, and it is one of the most important muscles in your body that you have probably never heard of. Every single step you take, this muscle fires to keep your pelvis level. When it gets weak, and it does get weak with age, your entire leg starts to rotate inward. Your knee drifts in, and your foot arch collapses. When the arch collapses, the plantar fascia gets overstretched with every step. So a weak hip muscle can be one of the hidden upstream causes of your foot pain. Standing on one foot forces this muscle to wake up and work, and the beautiful thing is, it takes 0 extra time because you are already standing there, brushing your teeth anyway. Hold on to the counter if you need to at first. That is completely fine. Over time, try to let go. Habit 2. This one is simple. Sometimes you're watching television or sitting in the car or working at your desk, and at some point you notice that your legs feel a little stiff. Your ankles feel tight. You have been sitting for a while, and everything is kind of settled. When that happens, do 10 ankle pumps. Right where you are. Feet flat on the floor, lift your heels, squeeze your calves at the top, lower back down. 10 times. 15 seconds. Nobody even needs to notice. Or if you prefer, straighten one leg out in front of you. Point your toes away, then pull them back toward you. That is 1. Do 10, then switch legs. Here is why this matters. When you sit still for a long time, your calf muscles slowly tighten and shorten. Then when you stand up, all that tightness transfers straight down to your plantar fascia. That is why your foot often hurts not just in the morning, but also after long sitting. Those 10 ankle pumps are like hitting a reset button. They keep the calves loose and the blood moving. Habit 3. Ditch the flat slippers. This last one might be the easiest change you will ever make, but it can have a surprisingly big impact. Stop walking around your house barefoot or in flat slippers, especially in the first hour after you wake up, and anytime you have been sitting for a long time. Your plantar fascia needs a little bit of arch support when it is at its stiffest. Flat surfaces, whether that is your hardwood floor or the inside of a completely flat slipper, force the fascia to do all the supporting work on its own. And right now, it is not up for that job. Get yourself a pair of house shoes or sandals with even a small contoured footbed. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, just something with a little arch. This one change alone can reduce morning heel pain by 30 to 40%. I have seen it over and over again. And while you are at it, take a look at the shoes you wear outside the house. If they are narrow in the toe box or completely flat on the inside, they are quietly working against everything you do in your morning routine. Your toes need room to spread and grip the ground. That is how those intrinsic foot muscles we worked on earlier stay strong throughout the day. One more thing before I let you go, and this one is important because it keeps you motivated. Remember that moment in our routine when you stand up after the 3 bed exercises and I ask you how it feels? That moment is your daily measurement. Every morning when you stand up after the towel stretch, the toe scrunches, and the calf massage, rate that first step. 0 means no pain. 5 means the worst it has ever been. Just one number. Write it down on a piece of paper by your bed or just remember it. Do this every morning for a week. Most people see their number begin to drop within 3 to 5 days. And that feeling, my friends, when you stand up and it hurts a little less than yesterday, that is everything. And for a more objective measure, remember the knee-to-wall test from the beginning of this video? Redo it once a week. Same wall, same foot position. As those calf knots release and your flexibility improves, you will notice your knee getting closer and closer to the wall. That is not just a feeling. That is measurable proof that you are fixing the root cause, not just chasing the pain. If after 2 full weeks of this routine, your daily number has not budged at all and your knee-to-wall distance has not improved, that is when I would recommend seeing a podiatrist or a physiotherapist. It does not mean the routine is wrong. It just means there may be something else going on that needs a professional eye. And that is important to note too. Here is what I want you to do. Tonight, put a towel on your nightstand. Tomorrow morning, try this routine just once. See how your first steps feel compared to today, and then do it for a full week. Come back here and tell me what happened. Drop a comment, give me your pain score from day 1 and your pain score from day 7. Those numbers matter. They help me understand what is working, and they help every single person watching this video who is sitting there right now wondering if this will actually work for them. Your experience might be the thing that convinces them to try. If someone you care about groans every time they get out of bed or limps their way to the bathroom every morning, please send them this video. This might be the thing that finally helps them. Take care of your feet, my friends. They carry you through everything. If this routine changes the way you start your day and helps you walk without pain, please subscribe and like the video. We are uncovering the practical health wisdom that has been overlooked for too long. Let's build a more mobile future together. Our next guide to a healthier body will be opening soon.